You know what? I did a live earlier today, knowing good and goddamn well that I had something that I needed to remember, and I couldn't remember what it was. So I cut off the live, and now I remember exactly what I had to say. Now, I wanted to avoid manifesting anything unnecessary when I talked about homelessness and all the rest of it. I wanted to avoid talking about manifesting anything unnecessary like homelessness or incineration. That was basically me kind of being flippant a little bit, but not really, because the reason I said that about being homeless, the reason why I said that I would have absolutely nothing to lose is because the way the Holocaust is going to happen in the UK, it's going to happen like this. Okay. Whilst everybody else is distracted by, by what's happening with the US and Israel, um, versus Palestine and Iran and now China, whilst everybody else is distracted with World War III, the UK are most likely going to play both sides. And while they're doing that, they're going to have a more effective Holocaust, particularly of political dissenting people who politically dissent. And I'm not talking about the progressives either. It's not going to be a progressive government that does this. Okay. It's going to be a fascist government that does this. So there's going to be, a more effective Holocaust. It's already happening with people being slowly killed off through unnecessary medications, through, distress to their nervous system. So what I see are, concentration camps being built. But unlike the US that likes to make a big show of everything, the UK is not going to make a big show of this. Okay. They're going to get rid of as many vulnerable, poorer people as possible, race regardless. At the same time, um, of course, our government tends to start with black people first because black people are the least cared about in this country. But truth be told, it's not going to be like a race thing. It's going to be like everybody who is vulnerable is going to be first on the list to be run through a metaphorical incinerator, of a current Holocaust that we're going to be looking at. We are going to be looking at a Holocaust in this country. This is why, when it comes to homelessness, as much as I enjoy the life that I've built here, and as much as I would miss my possessions, like if I ever had to give them up, there's something bigger at play here. There is a Holocaust being observed. There was already an open air Holocaust with targeted individuals. And the truth of the matter is that we're going to be first on the shopping block. Now, where I'm concerned is that if I'm homeless, I have an opportunity. If I'm going to be institutionalized for death or cheap labor anyway, then I might as well make the most of that opportunity when I am at my most vulnerable. I might as well make the most of it, which is exactly why homelessness is not something that I fear, even though I know it's going to be painful, even though I know it's going to be uncomfortable, even though I have literally seen people in my life who have been homeless and had permanent disabilities from homelessness. I know what I am going to do when I'm on them streets, or if I ever get on them streets. I know exactly what I'm going to do, and I know exactly how I'm going to handle people who are partially responsible for bringing about World War III, or who are facilitating in it right now. I know exactly how I'm going to handle them. That's why if I ever end up out here with nowhere to go, it doesn't matter. I've got the whole country to peruse. I've got the whole country to peruse, and I got a job to do. That job does not need a roof over my head. In fact, it depends on me not having it. Now, does that mean I'm going to make myself intentionally homeless? No, doesn't make any sense. But I always have a plan B. And if there's anything that I've realized about my life is that plan B always works better than plan A. That's why I'm not afraid of homelessness. I'm not. Because at the end of the day, I know what has to be done. I'm going to fucking do it. And the people who love to be cruel to homeless people, love to be cruel to black people, love to be cruel to women, they're going to show their ass. And when they do, I'll be ready with the belt or an arrow. I'll be ready. I will be absolutely ready. So like, there's nothing to fear here. Not on my end, because the Holocaust is already on its way. Because gang stalking is still fucking happening. Nobody is speaking out. Nobody is getting together, helping one another, like helping the TI survive. Nobody's helping the TIs. Everybody is taking a chance on us. Everybody feels the need to get us out of the way before they do something. So if I end up on them streets, I ain't got nothing to lose. Not a goddamn thing. Nothing. Well, again, I love the life that I've built. I do love it. I do love it, but it's not necessary. It was never necessary for me. If you put me out on them streets, and the gang stalkers know I'm not bluffing. They've been watching me for decades. They know I'm not bluffing. They know I don't need to bluff. Emotional destruction, remember? Vulnerable and unattractive, remember? Since when the fuck do I need to bluff? The fuck? So yeah, that's exactly what I meant when I said, when I talked about the incinerator. That was like a metaphorical thing, although I mean, who knows? Like, I already know they're going to build concentration camps over here if they haven't already. Their incinerators might be indoors, but shit, it's coming. We all know it's coming. It's just a matter of when. It's just a matter of when, and I'm already prepared for it. So I will have nothing to lose. And like I said before, the law right now is protecting fascism. The law is protecting it. What the fuck have I got to lose by breaking it? My freedom? That was already taken away from me the second my family and I were put on that fucking list. What am I going to lose, really? That's what I meant. So now I got to go. Once again, peace and blessings. I am Marsha the Great. You guys take care. Bye bye, my darlings.